How to gift your child $1 million. I'm Nate, I'm the FitfutureMD, upload every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Pick up the free copy of the Nutrition and Workout Guide if you're interested in getting healthy. I'm the owner of Ensorsale. Ensorsale is family. Together we rise up from humble beginnings to inspire others all over the world with the messages on our t-shirts. Wear your inspiration today and pick up the Marlin shirt that says, chase the bait, get hooked. Obviously it's Marlin week here in Morehead City, so be sure to check that out, ensorsale.com. Use code FitfutureMD for 20% off. So, as you may or may not know, I took a 30-day break from YouTube, and the reason I took that 30-day break is because I had the birth of my first child, and she is wonderful and healthy, and very thankful for that. But that being said, we want to set her up in life the best we possibly can, right? And there's going to be good times and bad times and all that kind of stuff. So we want to make the easiest to get her to the $1 million mark by the time she's 18, right? And we're going to do that through investing, right? So there's a big debate out there whether you should do it, try to start a trust or try to start a regular brokerage account, custodial brokerage account. What I chose to do is I chose to do a regular custodial brokerage account. And the reason for that is because there are costs to having a trust. And when you're first starting out in this, especially you're the first generation to do this, you're basically, you're not going to have the money in the trust, enough money in the trust to pay for the trust, right? So we chose to not do it that way. We will fund the trust with life insurance, obviously, as we get older. But so first thing I did is I went to Schwab and I started a custodial brokerage account. And it was a little bit tricky trying to get there. It wasn't in the place I thought it was going to be. So I did have to use their services to find out where that was at on the online or whatever. But that being said, somebody was right there. Within 10 seconds, they were up on the chat telling you exactly where to go, exactly what to do. So obviously that's why I switched to TD Ameritrade, and now that is Schwab. It's because of the customer service, right? That's why I'm not with Robinhood and Webull and all these other companies. It was because of the customer service. Like, I wanted to have somebody on the other line, if I had a problem, right? So that's why I switched to them. So basically, we're going to open a brokerage or custodial account. Now, there's several different ways you can invest, right? Most of the YouTubers out there are pushing this. They're pushing, basically buy ETFs and just hold them. Now, nothing wrong with that per se, but when you buy ETFs, you are very diversified, right? I'm personally not choosing to do it that way, okay? And one reason is because I know what I'm doing, right? So I have educated myself, and this is what I suggest people to do, to educate themselves to know what they're doing, right? Now, you may not have that finance degree, you may not have an MBA, but you should be able to sit for 10 minutes a day and read about a stock and figure out whether, okay, that's a good company or that's not a good company, right? You should be able to read for 10 minutes a day and figure out what the tax implications are for, I want to sell this stock or I want to buy this stock, right? Those are really where the advantages of the ETFs are, right? Because they can figure out, when to sell, when not to sell, that type of thing, or mutual funds they can sell and buy without you having a tax implication, right? And honestly, when you're working, at the beginning, the tax implications are minimal anyway, all right? You're making $5 a year, you know what I'm saying, $10 a year. So, but you're making something without having to work, and that's what the point is, right? So, I personally am choosing individual stocks. I'm choosing stocks that are good companies for a fair price, right? So, when you come from a poor background, you're kind of always looking for the next deal, or something nobody else has seen, or, something basically that's too good to be true. And the mindset has to shift on that, right? Because you're really looking for that good company that's at a fair price, right? For instance, right now, Nvidia is going crazy, right? And it's going crazy, and they're doing a stock split, right? And the stock split is basically making it where it's a day trader for me, but it's not making it where it's a long-term investment for me, right? And the reason Nvidia is not a long-term investment is because their parts go into the final product. They are not the final product, right? They're not the brand, that the final product is, right? Now, because they may be the hot chip right now, but as far as next year Microsoft comes out with a better chip, or there's AMD comes out with a better chip, or whoever. Obviously, the Nvidia guy ran up Dell a few weeks ago, but so their chip goes into a computer, right? Goes into the AI software, or AI runs on their thing, right? So they are a component, and it is right to, it was right to invest in them before they popped, but now that they've popped, they're not a value anymore, right? They're already the second or third highest company in the world now, right? So that's not the value that I'm looking for, right? So looking for big, strong brands that have been around forever, or, that are going to print money, right? They are consumer staples. I love consumer staples, Kraft, Coke, that are going to be around, right? They're going to, people are going to be using their sauce for years, right? They got big, huge contracts with all the grocery stores, that kind of thing, right? So, but the idea is we started the brokerage account, and how do we get to the $1 million mark by 18, right? So at a minimum, we're going to say, okay, we're going to give $100 a month to that brokerage account, right? And then every holiday, every birthday, every holiday, every graduation, et cetera, we're going to give another 100, right? And I personally am choosing individual stocks, and I have a list of my long-term investment stocks. If you want those, comment the word "ready" in the comments below, and I can send you the link, right? And it's a free link. You don't have to sign up for anything. I would love to market to you through Ensorsale, but that's a free link. And unless thousands of people or 100,000 people come and say they want the link, crash the link. But yeah, so I have a list of the ones that I'm actually going to be investing in, right? As of right now. And I read this list every year, screen and study and read and that kind of thing. And that's how you become a successful stock trader, right? But basically you're gonna do $100 a month, and basically you're gonna be getting between 25 and 35% is what you're going to be shooting for to hit the $1 million mark by 18. Now, if you just did the VOO ETF, you're probably going to be around the 12% mark, and you're only going to be around $100,000. Okay. But, obviously our goal is to make money at this. When your kid is in high school and needs money to go to prom, you should be able to hit, take 4%, or take the dividend on whatever you got and do whatever you need to do, right? Basically, the money will pay for it, right? Obviously, you could go ahead and put $1 million in there if you wanted to, if you had that, and that would pay for your child for life, right? That's kind of the idea of investing, right? But we're going to build that up. We're going to build that up for our child. Our child's going to be able to take that over at 21 years of age, okay? Now, for some reason, they are the irresponsible child, and that $1 million is going to go up their nose or something, then you can obviously put it in a trust and put it to a trustee and have the trustee take care of your child, right? So keep that in mind. These custodial accounts can always be transferred to a trust, so or liquidate it, So that being said, this is how I'm gonna gift my daughter $1 million in her lifetime. And I'll and taking that $100 away, basically away from her every month, right? Because that'd be $100 I don't spend on junk, right? Lollipops and stuff like that. But so instead of spending on lollipops, we're gonna throw it into the market. And right now we got high inflation, so it's really helping spike up our earnings. So very thankful for that. Very thankful, very blessed to have a beautiful, beautiful daughter, and thankful for a healthy mother. And God is good all the time. And go to Ensorsale.com if you are interested in some cool t-shirts. And I'm the FitfutureMD, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.